Hey everyone, welcome back to Skies of Arcadia Legends. Last episode we defeated Grendel and finally kicked Deloco out of and the Valuans out of Ixtaka. This episode we're actually going to spend a lot of we were told to kind of head towards Valua and the Maw of Tartas, but before we do that, we're going to do a couple little things on the side here. First off, I know I've kind of alluded to it twice now. But, there was something I'd been meaning to get, from a local, a little while back. And actually, technically I can do it from here. I'm going to speed up just a hair. So, there's technically more than one way to do that. So now we're going to go up this really long pole. And we're going to go inside this hut right here. Talk to this gentleman particularly. Ah, you're the one who got rid of the Valuans. It's only because of you that I was saved. On Moonstone Mountain, they made me work. It was very hard, but thanks to you, I came home alive. Here, my thanks. Please get it to good use. A Tropica. This is an amazing item, and it is immediately going to Fina. Without question. It increases any individual's max HP by 200. Alright. Now, I'm going to go heal up at the inn, and then I'll meet you back outside Ixtaka. Be right back. And now that we're back and fully healed up, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go to that arms merchant ship and sell that discovery of Rixus. While it is still brand spanking new. And then we're going to go... We're going to go through this iron net the Valuans had roped off. First thing, not too long from here, we should run... into... well, we can get to it later. There is a black pirate in the area. First things first, right here, if you come over to this little area right here, this is the Rock's Nest. This is actually an interesting discovery, as there is a certain enemy that you cannot have access to without running into this discovery. The nest of a legendary bird, the Rock. A single rock egg is large enough to feed a whole town for a full lunar cycle. However, not many people are brave or stupid enough to try and steal an egg from the nest of this giant bird. Alright. And there's this little island over here. And you have found the Will-O-Wisps. I woke up in the middle of the night and saw something glowing out near the some unpopulated islands. I thought I was just seeing things at first, but then the light started moving around in these weird patterns. An anonymous sailor. Alright, now, theoretically, I want to think you went ahead basically directly south of the Will-O-Wisps. And there you go, just keep tapping A, you get the mysterious rings. Huge geometric shapes that mysteriously appear on the ground overnight. Reports have been very frequent lately. Old records speak of a similar phenomenon, and mention 2 or 3 glowing balls of light that appear at the night before shapes are found. So, both Maroon Island and, this have me actually kind of wishing that something happened. and that there was an opportunity to actually use to land on some of these discoveries, at least the ones that are like islands. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and... This is another little black pirate ship. This is pretty standard stuff, just like the rest. I might speed through this instead of the usual straight up skipping, just because there might actually be something unique to this. I don't know. Alright. There we go. Pretty simple. So, nothing I noticed too crazy, but I believe that puts us at well on our way. Oh, that explains it. Alright. So, I'm getting a little sidetracked, but I don't know if you see it, but there appears to be what looks like a tornado in the background. I'm going to chase that. And like I said, I'll include links for the discoveries in the comments. Just note that it will almost function like a spoiler. Alexa, stop. Pardon me, like my sinuses are horrible. I try to turn the mic off, but in this case, for whatever, if I click away from Dolphin. Okay, Tricyclone. A dangerous triplet of cyclones. Sailors have dreaded the legendary Tricyclone for centuries. It is said that if you encounter it, all you can do is pray. However, it is also said that in the center lies the treasures of 1,000 air pirates. More likely, they would have been tossed everywhere and back, but sure, you can just keep believing that.
We did it!
And I want to be back because I'm going to do a little rematch with this. Alright. And we are back. Next thing we want to do... maybe this island, or maybe another one. Alright, I don't think it's this one. However, one of these two will work, assuming there's a certain thing that might happen that might cut this off, but as a general whole. Alright, the Giant Throne. An enormous rock formation that looks like a rocking chair. The claw marks on its surface have given rise to many stories. Some speak of a giant green creature that once perched here, or a hairy beast that was lulled to sleep by the rocking motion. If it's the former, man, does Grendel have some mad hops. Might explain how it was able to cause such havoc in a multinational war. Oh my, okay. Have our work cut out for us. And the Giant's Hammer. A strange structure found in the northern regions of Ixataka. It was named the Giant's Hammer for its unusual shape, but there are many local legends that tell of the giants, so perhaps the name is not far from the truth. I'll say this. I think we were lucky, if that's the case, that we were also fighting Grendel without that. And we have if it will come up, a Valuan gunboat. Hey, you're the one who defeated Admiral Balessa. You'll pay for your treachery. Alright. Same basic concept. Need to head in the right direction. And we're going to head northwest. You'll know we're heading in the right direction because we'll kind of start seeing the back end of Value. Oh, here we go. Here it is. And this is the only other non-optional bounty fight in the whole game. With, well, what certainly is quite the name. Cold Ocean Starfish Soup, Valuan chicken with onion sauce, and a mountain of flying fish. This is wonderful. The ship we hit yesterday really had some great food on board. Captain Gordo, a ship armed with a gigantic harpoon cannon, has been sighted off the port side. I see. Good. Another ship full of goodies is there for the taking. I'll take on anyone if I think they have good food on board. I really hope they have something that goes good with fish. Vice! There's a ship heading straight right for us, and they're black pirates. I knew that flag. It belongs to a pirate named Gordo. He's known as the Gourmet Pirate. He attacks other ships and steals their food. He rarely uses his cannons because he's afraid he'll burn the food on the other ships. I'll do anything for a good meal. As far as black pirates go, he's a strange one. You're telling me he's getting awfully close. They're boarding us! They're challenging us to hand-to-hand combat! Well, while they're here, we might as well kick their butts. Kind of find it funny how you got one mandatory bounty fight that's a ship battle, and another that is a straight-up on-board battle, which, actually, now that I think about it, I think Baltor is the only ship battle that's mandated. Alright, so right off the bat, I don't think I have Glyphs of Might, so what I want to do is... I know they attack Aka. You want to go for his guard details starting out. However, I think I'm going to start off the game with a Glyph of Speed if I have one. And I don't. So, yes. Mad Chefs it is. Actually, since Vice is one of my main two attackers, hey, the problem is, most times I've fought this guy, I've actually been extraordinarily overleveled, so I'm actually not 100% certain. Well, that's pointless. I mean... Cap. So this is my white veins here to do it for me. And there we go. I don't know why there's such a lag. It's like he gets up and then I'm done for. Just gonna find that funny. We give up. You and your crew fought well. Your name was Vice, right? I don't think I've ever seen you in North Ocean before. This is the first time we've ever been to North Ocean. For now, we're riding aboard Captain Drachma's ship, the Little Jack. Drachma, right? Drachma, were you ever in North Ocean before? What if I was? Then it is you. I've heard all about you. You're the sailor that is chasing the Arcadia, Rhaknam. If I remember correctly, he was to avenge your son, right? Enough! I don't know what stories you've been hearing, but I suggest you keep them to yourself. And unless you want me to throw you overboard, you should get off my ship. No, that's quite alright. We'll be going now. And what are you staring at? Are you gonna stand there all day? Get back up to the bridge before I throw you overboard! Yes, sir! Fina, respectfully. Rhaknam. All of a sudden, I think we're starting to get some context as to why Drachma doesn't like that arc whale too much. Nope, you know what? I'm gonna let it come straight at me. And want smoke? And give smoke. I'll be back shortly. Alright. And now we're back on our way to Valua, for real this time. If my sense of direction actually gets better at some point in this game, maybe we'll see some character progression. However, before we even get straight up into Valuan territory, we have way more size artists than we'll ever need. Maybe it's not here, maybe it's the next island over. There it is, I'm pretty confident it's right here. Looks like we've reached Valuan airspace. So, this is where the yellow crystal is hidden, right? Yes, it is sealed somewhere in these lands, along with the yellow gigas. Considering how much trouble we've caused the Valuans already, we should be extra careful, right, Captain? Captain? What's wrong? Nothing. I'm sorry. Were you saying something? Nothing really. It wasn't anything important. Alright, the Lighthouse Ruins. Originally an ancient ruin, it was converted into a lighthouse to guide Valuan ships returning from the north. But as the center of Valuan culture shifted to the south, the once great lighthouse faded from people's memories. That sucks a little bit. It's very pretty. Although I do know that in the real world, lighthouses were a great sanity ruiner, so maybe for the better ultimately. Though, knowing the way Valua is, maybe it's all a moot point. Alright, and then there is one more discovery here in North Ocean. As you can see, we've got kind of a similar setup as to Nazar. The razor beaks are similar to their stone brethren. Fatigue breath, except they cast fatigue instead of stone. And similarly, just like the Asbeths in alright. Make sure I know where I am. There's a giant crater you need to be looking for, and I believe it is this one. Just hover around the outside of it. Black map it is. And to put it in perspective, we just yielded experience numbers similar to most bosses. Should be somewhere around here. I wonder if I overshot it. I'm pretty confident it is on this, near this particular... There we go. The Ancient Palace. A beautiful old castle that stands near a lake in central Valua. Local legends of evil wizards and mysterious disappearances were revived when various potions and torture devices were discovered in the dungeons beneath the castle. I mean, spellcasting is pretty frequent here. Alright, so now we're going to head east. And we have actually caught up with all the discoveries in the area, so we're going to get the story moving along. Gets the first strike. Doesn't attack, refuses to elaborate, leaves. That Yalooper was truly a Giga Chad. Oh, that's its name, by the way. And this is the Maw of Tartas, obviously very clearly derived from Stonehenge, which is interesting. I guess you could say that Value is kind of like a combination of Spain and Britain. Ignore all that chirping. All that is a charm. It'll effectively cause Cupel to throw up every charm it's got active. If you want them, you can get them. I could kind of try to... There is one somewhere over here. So if maybe you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of attack power for the effects of a prior version of Cupel, that is an option. Me personally, I don't think it does any good. Fina's not much of an attacker anyways. She's usually support, so... That chunk of metal is huge! Beneath it is the Maw of Tartas. It's an entrance to a series of caverns. These caverns are the resting place of the yellow crystal as well as the yellow gigas. This seal was built by my people after the Rains of Destruction in order to contain the yellow gigas. Now it lays dormant. Good! Keep that thing locked up! Well, I know this means the Gigas can't get out, but it also means that we can't get in. I don't think there's any way we could get through the seal. What should we do? Hey, don't move! The punishment for trespassing near the Great Seal is death. Oh no. Similar to other Valuan archetypes, I believe that these enforcers, they are capable of just throw a stone at your standard issue Valuan troops. You pretty much got what these guys could do. Just beef up their stats a little bit. These are not a threat. And 1 of 4 down. And there we go. Not a hard fight at all.
Serves her right.
We surrender! Please don't kill us! Tell us how to open the seal and we'll let you live. That's impossible. Our entire army couldn't open it. Our commanders aren't concerned with the yellow crystal right now because it's already in value and it's safe from you. That makes sense. They'll go after the other crystals first. Something's not right. You'd think this area would be more heavily guarded. Where are the rest of your men? They're preparing for the raid on Nazrad. What? Valua is going to start a war with Nasser? I think so. I'm just a grunt, so I don't know any of the details. And there was a giant arc whale. It destroyed a few of our ships recently. One of our admirals is hunting it. A giant arc whale? Rhaknam is here. Answer me! I don't know for certain. Some fog rolled in yesterday and there were sightings of a huge creature. That means it's probably still in the area. I have to go after Rhaknam. I've been following you kids around looking for the crystals all this time, but it's your turn to follow me. Well, it doesn't look like we'll be able to get to the yellow crystal anytime soon. Okay, Drachma, we'll go with you. Very well. Now the time has come for me to finally face Rhaknam. He was the reason that I got the harpoon cannon in the first place. I'm going to kill him or die trying. Alright, well, I'm going to ignore the cupils pleas for getting a charm. And we're going to go straight back to the ship. We'll need to rest up before we attack Rhaknam. There's always a thick fog surrounding him. He knocks ships out of the sky and they never see him coming. We'll hide in this canyon and ambush him at the first sign of fog. Tonight we sleep here. Drop anchor, boy. Later that night, my heart was racing with excitement. I was too anxious to get even a wink of sleep. Rhaknam is nearby. That's all I could think as I lie there, trying to sleep. It doesn't look like I'm going to get any shut-eye. Maybe I'll take a little walk to try and calm myself down. Alright. So, I'll go ahead and tell you. We're going to want to... I never really got a chance to tour the ship, but we want to go out this door, and that will lead onto the deck. We go back up that set of stairs, that'll lead to the third floor where the helmsman's wheel is. Captain. Is that you, boy? What are you doing up at this hour? You should be getting some rest. I was about to say the same thing. It's the middle of the night. What's that? Open it. It's full of feathers. My son used to collect those. You had a son? About the same age as you. A long time ago, I ran a fishing boat in the North Ocean. My son was learning to be a sailor. He used to come out with us. His name was Jack. He was a small boy who liked to help out. The other sailors, they used to call him Little Jack. One day, we went out fishing as usual. Then Rhaknam came. We didn't know how powerful Rhaknam was, and we tried to fight him. But there was no way a fishing boat stood a chance against that thing. Rhaknam destroyed our ship. I barely managed to survive. But my crew and Jack weren't so lucky. Last time I saw Jack, he was clutching some feathers as he fell, like they'd stop him from falling. I can still hear my son scream as he fell. From that day, on, I swore revenge on Rhaknam, for my crew, and for Jack. I need to kill Rhaknam to avenge my crew and my son. I'm getting long-winded in my old age. Don't let it bother you. It's my problem. Captain. This fog! Could it be? Boy, go wake the others! It's him! Rhaknam is here! Alright, now if I'm not mistaken... I don't think it's quite right there. I don't think it's those boulders. It takes me some hunting around to figure out where Rhaknam is. So there's the Yellooper, and these are Thrillax. Alright, we'll try to decide. Alright, I think we want to actually go this direction for the Maw of Tartas and then start heading... There we go. It usually isn't far off. What's that sound? It sounds like cannon fire. Boy, dead ahead. Captain! It's him. Ah! It's huge! Hey, look over there! Captain, whose ship is that? While we were in Valua, I heard the rumors that the Armada altered their chain of command. That must be Ramirez's ship. He was Galcian's vice captain. He's the most feared officer in the Armada. Ramirez. Fina, what's wrong? Nothing. Everything is fine. We can't fight them both at the same time. Captain, what should we do? Take out the Valuan ships first. I don't want them interfering with the fight with Rhaknam. I need to kill Rhaknam myself. Battle stations, leave Ramirez's ship alone. Take out the two cruisers in front of us first. Alright. Air pirate scum! You will regret the day you stood against Lord Ramirez in the 6th Fleet of the Armada. Alright, so, starting off the fight as usual. I'm just going to start with Inkrum, our 5-inch, a guard, and a focus. And in case you haven't told, this is pretty much a copy-paste of that Value and Armada ship fight, that optional one we had earlier. So pretty much got a good practice round in for this guy. Alright, we've got a straight shot at Rhaknam. I've waited for this for a long time. Harpoon cannon, fire! There's no escape for you now. Ah! Captain, watch out, there's an enemy ship off the starboard side. It's Ramirez. He got behind us while we were concentrating on Rhaknam. Yeah, I was not thinking that leaving Ramirez alone while dealing with Rhaknam was a smart idea. The little jack is on fire, propelling power dropping rapidly. We're losing altitude. This isn't good. If we keep this up, we're all going to die. No! I waited for far too long. I may never get another chance. Captain, we've got to abandon ship. We need to get the lifeboats down below. What? You're telling me to abandon the little jack? You're telling me to let Rhaknam go? Yes! If you die, it won't bring back your son. And as long as you're alive, you'll always have another chance. If you die now, then the lives of your crew and your son will have been lost in vain. Alright, we're abandoning ship. Everyone, get down below. And these doors would have been inaccessible. This is where Vice would have slept. These are where the lifeboats are. Captain, hurry, get on! The ship's going down! Captain? Captain, get on board! Look, Rhaknam is hurt! Captain, what are you doing? No, don't! Captain, hurry, get in! Well, I think with that, we've got as good a stopping point as ever. I know this was a short episode compared to most, but to put the stopping point anywhere else, I feel would be disrespectful to that moment in the story. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next episode.